Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's Unit 2 time, and we're going to take a quick look at what's going on this week. I will also remind you that as we're looking at the main page over here on the left column, you will see the links to the workshops. Every week from week 2 to week 7, there will be a live workshop on Wednesday evenings at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to take a look at that, you want to join us. Oh, it has the, oh, is it? It is 6 p.m. I'm sorry. My brain is not working today. 6 p.m. Eastern. So close. I would have been an hour ahead. Anyway, the link to get into that is right here. It's done over Microsoft Teams. So if you want to join us on Wednesday night, feel free to do that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing in Unit 2. This one is a lesson that I think all of us can use because we all could use some help with time management. And incidentally, that's what we're talking about in the workshop this week as well. So we have, as usual, some articles to read and some videos to watch. You also are going to be turning in a formal writing assignment this week. So we're going to be using this link to learn how to do that. I'm also going to demonstrate it for you here, but how to submit assignments through Blackboard is part of your learning materials this week. So make sure that you check that out. As usual, you have a practice module to do, so you'll click on the link and start with the beginning and work all the way through that. Make sure that, again, that you are doing all of the readings and all of the practices before you tackle the assignments. So you've got two assignments this week. One is a discussion board asking you what you know about time management. And we did a discussion board last week, so this should be comfortable by now. But in this discussion, we will consider using time management. What do you already know about time management and procrastination? What does time management mean to you? And how does your personal grit help you with time management, which we talked about last week? Now, this week is a little bit different in that it is the first week where you are required to respond to other students, and that in order to maximize your points, you need to have your answer to these questions posted by Wednesday. So if you look at the rubric, it's a little bit more elaborate this week than it was last week because we have the additional categories of post timing and number of replies and continuing the discussion. So here's what I want to tell you about replying to others. When you respond to someone else on a discussion board, it needs to be more than just a yes, I agree, or no, I don't agree, or this is great. You want to write at least 3 to 5 sentences. And you also may want to try asking them a question because that's a good way to get the discussion going. You also want to make sure that if someone asks you a question on the discussion board, that you answer them. So this is really a case where you want to get your initial post up by Wednesday, but you want to not just post on Wednesday. You want to come back before the end of the week on Sunday, respond to others, respond to questions that may have been asked of you, that sort of thing. Then we have our first formal writing assignment. And again, this is the only time when I will say that you absolutely must be using a real computer, not a mobile device, because you are going to be writing official papers and you're going to need to upload them. As a post-university student, excuse me, you have access to Microsoft 365. If you have another version of Word on your computer, you're welcome to use that. You're welcome to use Google Docs if you prefer that. But you do have free access to Microsoft 365, so there's no reason not to use it. This unit's activity is going to be about finding a source, and we're going to be working on that throughout this term. Throughout this class, you will be examining different types of sources on a variety of subjects. Some of those sources will be from the post-university library, and other sources will be from the internet. In this assignment, you will find one source about time management and evaluate it. Every time we have a formal writing assignment, there is an assignment sheet. This should look very, very familiar because the discussion boards are set up the same way. It's got all the requirements and all the things that you need to know to do, and then your rubric. So make sure that you are looking at this before you tackle the assignment, while you're working on it, and go over it one more time before you submit the assignment. So find one source about how to be successful with time management. Write a paragraph of at least 6 sentences about the source that addresses the following questions. You also want to make sure, and it's not really obvious here, but you need to tell us what the source is. So at the beginning of the paragraph, make sure you give the author, the website if it was from a website, the journal or the magazine if it was from the library, and then what made you pick this source. What is the source about? So give a summary. And then why do you think it's good to share? Like what would be helpful to other people about this? And then you want to make sure that you include a link to the source. You don't have to do a big formal reference page this time. We are going to be working on that later, but you do need to give a link to the source that you used. Okay, so you need to do this in Word. It's going to have APA format, meaning it's going to have a cover page, and then the paragraph will be on page 2. If you want to put the link on page 3, that's perfectly fine. That's where references will eventually go. Let me show you what this will look like. Okay, and this one does have a formal references page, but yours doesn't have to be quite that formal. This is created, by the way, in Microsoft Office 365. So this is the free thing that you can use to create all of your Word documents. I'm going to give you a link to this Word document in the announcement, so you can use this as a template. Then we have the title at the top of page 2. Here's our paragraph. This is just a sample paragraph. And then I've left some sample references for you back here so that you see what the reference page will ultimately look like. You are welcome, and I would encourage you to go ahead and try to do a real APA citation for your article. Their APA 7th edition is listed over here in the left-hand column. So give it a shot. In order to turn this in, you're going to need to save it on your computer. So we're going to go to File, and we're going to do Save As, and we're going to put it on, I guess we can just put it there. I'm going to download a copy to my computer. I always feel like that is a safer place for me to have it. I'm going to show it in Finder, and I'm just going to put it on the desktop just for convenience sake. Okay. So now when I'm ready to go turn in my assignment, I will click on, where to go, this link. And I do not ever want to hit create submission. I know it's first. I wish it wasn't first. It's always going to be first, and there's nothing I can do about it. But we're going to upload a file. We are going to either browse our local files or our cloud service. Let's try the cloud service and see if that's there. It should be. Uh-oh. Oh, it's maybe because I'm not signed in as a student. Well, I'm glad I saved it on my computer. So I'm going to go to the desktop where I saved it. I'm going to click on it and click open. And then I need to click this box. I agree to submit my paper and hit submit. So that's how you turn in your work. When you get it turned in, you'll see a preview of it when it loads. And if everything looks like that, then you are good to go. If you need any help with it, let me know. But there are plenty of good tutorials online, including the one that's in the course about how to submit your work on Blackboard. So I have faith that you'll be able to do it. But if you do need any help with it, please let me know. All right, everybody, that's it for this week. You've got those 2 assignments, and I will see you on Wednesday night, hopefully at 6 p.m. Eastern for the first of our official workshops. Everybody take care and have a great day.